Mist clings to a barren field where a blindfolded woman stands bound, surrounded by 8 swords planted in the earth like the bars of a loose cage. Her red dress flares against the grey landscape. Her feet sink slightly into mud, reflecting a sliver of sky. Far behind her rises a castle on higher ground. The 8 of Swords is mental imprisonment, the paralysis created when fear masquerades as fact. The woman is the central symbol. Her bindings are loose, her blindfold thin. Yet she remains still, convinced of her helplessness. The card shows how repeated anxious thoughts harden into belief. She is trapped not by force, but by the stories and narratives she tells herself. Sentences that begin with, "I can't," "I mustn't," or "there's no way." Her immobility reflects how the mind can mistake its assumptions for reality. The swords are the second symbol. Though numerous, they form an incomplete circle with clear openings between them. They represent thoughts once meant to protect, analysis, vigilance, preparation, that now restrict movement. The mind that overthinks builds structures it then fears to cross. Yet the gaps show that escape is possible. The prison is conceptual, not absolute. The third symbol is her red dress. It pulses with passion, courage, and life force still present beneath fear. This color exposes the discrepancy between her perceived weakness and her actual power. Her vitality has not vanished. It is merely suppressed by the dominance of anxious reasoning. Emotion burns even when intellect denies it. The muddy ground forms the fourth symbol. Her feet rest in uncertainty where emotion and circumstance blur. Fear thrives in unclear terrain. She hesitates because she cannot see her footing. Yet the small puddle reflecting sky suggests that even in confusion, truth and clarity wait beneath the surface. The distant castle is the fifth symbol. Elevated and illuminated, it symbolizes higher understanding, stable perspective, and the mind's capacity to rise above its own traps. It is closer than she believes. One step, then another, would shift her horizon and reveal the path upward. The barrier is psychological, not environmental. In readings, the 8 of Swords warns of self-limiting beliefs, overthinking, fear of judgment, or paralysis following emotional overwhelm. It does not predict external imprisonment, it reveals internal fixation. The card counsels gentle awareness. Question the thoughts that claim to define your boundaries. Notice the spaces between the swords. The 8 of Swords teaches that liberation starts with noticing that the cage has no roof. Thought can confine, but thought can also free.